The night was pitch black, and an eerie silence blanketed the desolate train tracks that cut through the dense, foreboding forest. The only sound that could be heard was the occasional whisper of the wind as it rustled through the twisted, gnarled trees that reached out like skeletal fingers. It was a night not meant for the living. A lone, decrepit train stood on those tracks, its rusted metal body covered in a sickly, mossy green. Its windows, shattered and jagged, stared out into the inky void with a malevolence all their own. This was the Haunting Express, a train that had long been forgotten by the living, but whose tormented soul was condemned to traverse these cursed tracks for all eternity. Legend had it that the train had once been a luxurious, opulent vessel, whisking the wealthy elite through the dark woods in decadent style. But one fateful night, a terrible accident had occurred. A group of revelers, their laughter and merriment echoing through the carriages, had taken the train for a joyous journey into the heart of the forest. Little did they know the woods held secrets of their own. As the train delved deeper into the impenetrable woods, the atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive. The passengers' joy turned to unease, then to sheer terror. The train's lights flickered ominously, and ghastly faces appeared in the windows, the souls of those who had perished on this cursed journey. Panic ensued as they realized they were trapped on the Haunting Express. The train seemed to pick up unnatural speed, careening wildly through the twisted tracks. The passengers screamed and begged for mercy, but there was none to be found. The train tore through the forest like a vengeful ghost, its wailing whistle echoing through the night like a banshee's cry. The passengers were gradually consumed by fear, their faces eternally twisted in expressions of sheer horror. They tried to flee, but the doors were locked, the windows unbreakable. And then, in the midst of their despair, they began to vanish, one by one, until there was nothing left but empty, blood-stained seats. The Haunting Express, now carrying the tormented souls of the passengers who had met their gruesome end, continued to hurtle through the night. Its infernal journey had no end, no escape. The only legacy of its passing was the ghostly wails that could be heard on the darkest of nights, a reminder of the train's malevolent curse. To this day, the Haunting Express is said to haunt those remote tracks, a horrifying reminder of the dark secrets that lie hidden within the woods. Beware the train that rumbles through the night, for it is no vessel of the living, but a macabre and ghastly haunt that hungers for souls to add to its eternal torment.